Hey y'all, I just wanted to share with you my witchcraft ritual for the new moon and just kind of honoring that process of the moon cycles. I feel like such a moon child. I feel like I'm so in tune with the moon. So I always try when I have time, when I really have energy, to just like pay homage to the moon and the moon phases and the signs that the moon is in, etc. So this is the last new moon of the year. It's actually in the sign of Capricorn, which is kind of perfect for like our transition into the new year. Capricorn is an earth sign. It's a cardinal earth sign. It's steady, it's reliable. Capricorn is definitely a doer sign. And in conjunction with the new moon and the new moon phase, being open to change, open to setting new goals, it's kind of perfect for the new year. So I would say that this new moon is all about evaluating our boundaries, maybe readjusting those boundaries when it comes to work-life balance or some of your relationships and friendships, really anything. It's like we want to put our best foot forward into a new year, setting new intentions, being mindful of the things that we tell ourselves and how that manifests in our daily life, and kind of like setting boundaries, but like giving ourselves time to process emotions, like acknowledging that energy is a form of currency too, and that can be depleted and renewed, but like that is also a process and is individual to every person. But knowing those that reciprocate your energy and you know, maybe situations that just deplete that energy. So it's like, what are we doing to put ourselves first? And by that meaning, like, we need to make sure our personal needs are met before we can help people with their needs, or making sure we're safe and secure before we, you know, be reckless with money, for example. But Capricorn is also super forward thinking, future minded, really. They want to have that security, dependable people. The sign generally isn't known for a lack of integrity. Capricorns are great. So yeah, I think for this new moon ritual, and it is about being open to new cycles to manifest and setting new goals. I'm definitely going to work on some new affirmations for the new year. It'll kind of be like my new year refresh. So I'm gonna work on some affirmations, switch around my current affirmations, really just put together some new affirmations for the new year. I'm gonna do some journaling, some goal setting, and I'll probably run like a brew bath as well, because I love on new moons to just feel like I'm a vessel for new knowledge, or feel like I'm ready to, you know, do something different. Like, I feel like brew baths just let me wash away, you know, bad habits, wash away old ways of thinking that have taken over maybe this past month or 2 weeks since the full moon at least. So yeah, I love just like washing all that away, just cleansing it all the way. I've got some full moon water from the lunar eclipse. I've got some witchy soap, you know, just like little witchy bath items that really create the brew. Maybe a bath bomb, some oils, and really just like soak. Something super hydrating and nourishing for this time of year. with it being so cold. So yeah, things that take care of my body physically and my spiritual side as well. And then I'll do some tarot for YouTube today. I'm excited. So I'm thinking of what kind of intentions or questions or themes I want the tarot cards to come through with. I have my Soul Cards Tarot here. It's one of my favorites. I really connect with it really well. So it's usually my go-to because we talk, we communicate very well. But they really are some of my favorites. So yeah, I'm thinking just, you know, I personally love the new year because I love the excuse to start fresh. I personally don't feel like I ever have to have an excuse to start fresh. I just do it. But I'm happy that other people feel like now is the time, you know, to start fresh or turn over a new leaf. Like, I love that energy, and the energy of wanting to improve yourself. I love all that. So while I think you can do that any day, every day, I'm glad that New Year's exists to have that more collective energy come through. So I'm thinking maybe the cards can tell us a theme that we should think about or focus on when it comes to setting new intentions for the year. And maybe I'm just letting whatever come to me happen. And just things that we can focus on in the new year, maybe things that might manifest if we work towards them. That sounds good too. And we'll see whatever else comes up. I think that's great. So I'm going to shuffle them just one more time now that I've kind of set the intentions over them. And I do think the first thing I'm going to pull will be what is like a good overall theme or topic to focus on when it comes to like self-improvement and setting new goals and setting intentions for the new year. And we know that the card we need will find us. The card that we need to see will find us. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a difficult card. I'm not gonna say that it's sunshine and rainbows because it's not. Sometimes it deals with traumas and anxieties, communication issues. So this card is a warning just to let us know to be kind to ourselves when we are going through situations that may be triggering. It means being communicative with people in our lives that we care about, not shutting them out, but having healthy coping mechanisms. I'm also feeling like it's very much ask for help when you need it. I'm also seeing that. Ask for help when you need it, and don't be afraid to do that because you've got people in your life that care about you. And just communicate with those people. I think that that's the biggest thing. Communication. That's what I'm really pulling from that card when it comes to what we can put our energy into, when it comes to setting new goals. You know, maybe it's learning to be a better communicator in relationships, or learning to be a better communicator within your family. not letting anxiety get to you about starting new things, or maybe not having hit your goals from the past year. Don't let those failures, or the feeling of failure, because it might not even be a failure, don't let those feelings of failure drag you into a new year. Communicate with yourself in a healthy way so that you don't feel like you are setting new goals without having completed old goals. It's okay. If we're starting over, if we're starting fresh, it's okay to let go of maybe guilt or resentment, anxieties, traumas, negative feelings about certain situations that you maybe didn't meet the mark. Just start fresh. It's a brand new year. Every day is a brand new day. Just start fresh. It's gonna be fine. Okay, that card was a warning, but that's why warnings are helpful, because they let you know when you can make necessary adjustments before you feel like you can't anymore, even though every day is a new day and you wake up and you choose to be your best self, right? Yes. So I'm thinking, what is maybe something that we can work on manifesting this year? These cards are so pretty. And they are so right. They're always really right. I love them for that. So I drew the reverse Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles is definitely about financial security. I would even say this card is speaking heavy on karma to me. So you reap what you sow, but also we've been working towards goals in life. And maybe those financial goals and rewards are coming our way, which sounds great. The traditional meaning of the card leans towards being generous with your possessions and wealth. So sharing with others and those that you love, not being stingy, not being possessive, very forward moving as well. I love how that touches on the Capricorn energy of wanting to just be future thinking, future minded, like what can I do now to help me in the future? And letting go of resentments and guilt as well, which I kind of touched on with the last card. But it teaches us that we have to share. I think both of these cards are really strongly talking about how important it is to have people who care about you, people that you can talk to, people that you can ask for and lean on for support. They're very, I would even say family oriented, whether it's a chosen family or a birth family. It's really community minded and community driven. So I think that's nice. So maybe that's another thing we can work on this year, is developing communities and tapping into those communities that are for us, tapping into communities that refill our cup, tapping into communities that reciprocate the energy that we give and receive, and places that make us feel good. You know, those are the places we want to be, around people who make us feel included and safe, and valued, absolutely valued. So I'm going to do one more card. And I'm just going to let whatever show, whatever card that is meant for us will find us. So the Seven of Swords really asks us to protect our energy. Our energy is like our force field. Our energy is our little protective bubble. and we want to make sure that our protective bubble is always there. The Seven of Swords reminds me to put myself first. I can't give from an empty cup. I can't fill from an empty cup. Protect your energy. Do things like grounding, meditation, self-care, shadow work, the things that help you feel good and become a better person in the process. I think it's telling us to love ourselves more, trust our gut instinct, avoid gossip, very much a stay in your lane card. Like, don't compare yourself to others. Don't let imposter syndrome get to you. So I love that the Seven of Swords, which is a very intellectual card, reminds us that our heart and our head can work together to make sure we create a safe space for ourselves, for progress, for learning, for self-improvement. So I hope you enjoyed this little reading and a little insight into my new moon ritual for this month. I do tarot card readings on individual basis as well. All you have to do is reach out and we can get that set up. But thanks for joining me on YouTube today and coming forth and wanting to learn and be exposed to my craft. So in the comments, I want you to tell me some of the things that you're doing to prepare for either the new moon or the new year. And let me know if anything I said today feels like it really applied to you. I would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on that, because I'm sure the card said something today that you needed to hear. So please don't be shy and leave a little comment. Definitely subscribe if you'd like to see more witchcraft, ritual, or tarot activities. And I think it would be so fun for you to join me with that. See ya!